Hi, I'm gonna do. Oops. Okay, your time. I'm gonna try to do this with my dog now. Sometimes I put him in his cage, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna promise to be quiet? Are you? No. No. Okay. Anyway, he's the only person that gets this excited about me talking. Anyway, just relax. Okay, I'm gonna do a reading about Cher. I was thinking about, she's a really good actress, and there's some like Oprah's a really good actress, right? And it's like sometimes it's like I'd rather I want to see more of them in movies and stuff, and like because I just feel like it's like a skill they have that they're not like maxing out on, you know. Anyway, so I was just thinking about Cher for a moment, and so I was like, her story's kind of interesting, so why don't I just like look at that and see what comes up, because she's really like influential to many people, varied groups of people. Okay, just relax. Okay. If you can't, so then I'll put him in his cage, but okay. All right, Cher. Help me out, Dr. Disco. Okay. I don't know. I mean, she's probably written a book or a memoir already, but I really get a lot of book energy from her. Okay. No, we're not. It's not playtime. It's not playtime. Okay. If you're going to bark loud, I'm going to put you in your... just hang on. What are you doing? Yeah. Classic. This is what I get for thinking he can sit through video. Okay. Just one sec. Yeah, and it's like there kind of feels like serious books too. I don't know if she has a publishing house or if she would want to have one. Does she write? Would she get into writing like scary novels? Like, it's interesting. What is that? I mean, you know how like there's, oh my gosh, it's still time to play. He wants me to throw this. All right. Okay, you know how there's like Harry Potter or like that teen vampire thing, whatever. I didn't watch. There's that cute guy from Harry Potter. Like, anyway, that kind of stuff. So it's like maybe she would either produce or write and produce act in something like that, or it'd be like a series, either a series of movies or a series of like 10 episodes of a show that's like scary, sexy, meaningful, all the things that like might matter to her. So it's like Lucille Ball she's the one that gave the green light to Star Trek, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that's so awesome. And scary to think that show would never have been made otherwise, so I feel like how like some scary shows are like bad. Like, I feel like hers would be good, and not like just like stupidly scary. Like, Yeah, I think she'd do a good job, but it's really like investigating some kind of dark side of life or beyond life, or so it's like so she's writing these books and then making shows of them. So it'd be like, it's like how people, they're not just like screenplays, they're like, here's the novel and then here's the movie, TV show version of that. So she could be like, like the author of the Harry Potter series, I forget her name. That type of thing where she can really max out on her career in like a exponential money kind of way that like maybe she hasn't reached yet. Some untapped potential here for Cher. Okay. And it's like, I'm a fan of her. So I forget what that movie's called. My memory's like, I'm 55 and it's just showing, but like it's got the word moon in it. Anyway, she was so great. And like, good for her for just like dropping the mic and doing other stuff, whatever she wants and stuff. But like, she is a really good actress, and it's like, do more. Okay. All right. So there's that potential. Okay. I feel like it's something to do with like performing and costumes. There's something about it that just feels like, okay, enough. Like there's too much pressure on her to make appearances and like to come up with outfits for those appearances, and it's just like exhaust. Like, it's like, I've done that. So it's like, at what point do you just go like, I'll show up when I want to show up in what I want to show up? And it's like, maybe her financial end can be worked out by this series, this scary series that she would write and produce and star in, potentially. So that there wouldn't be like, oh, I gotta take this gig, whatever, because like nothing like passive income, right? So being an author of a successful series or TV show, like, that's your passive income, right? Just one sec. Dr. Disco, stop. Right? Trying to do something. Here, what do you want? All right, there's some grapes over there. Go. Oh my god. He didn't see me throw them, so now it's like, he's looking at me like, what? Okay, yeah, fine. Use your nose. You smell like, use your dog nose. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, back to Cher. Yeah, so it's like these appearances are, she needs to like only do them when she wants to show up and not because she has to, or like because people are pressuring her. Like, she needs to fully be the CEO of her life, like making inspired decisions and not being pressured to do stuff. Okay. Like appearances. And like, if there's people who are used to like getting money from her for like making costumes for this and that, it's like, don't pressure her to like get more work and whatever. Like, let her be her. It's like, let her go in her cocoon and like come out as she wants to come out. Like, don't pressure her. Don't disturb the, what is it called? Is it the pupa? Like, or whatever, like what is in the cocoon. All right. There's that. I feel like there's some like argumentative energy. Sometimes my ears like feel sensitive if I feel like someone's yelling. So I don't know if someone in her life just raises their voice, or I don't know if she raises her voice, but like someone's raising their voice, and it's not always good, right? So there feels like there's this vein of disagreement that has been going on. Just trying to see a solution for that. So if she's in some kind of partnership or cohabitating situation, I feel like if she has access to like a place in the Caribbean or just like far away from LA, that's also nice or nicer, and to just have some me time, and like let's say 3 months of the year there's some me time, even if it's in bits and pieces, like yeah, because I feel like she's like, there's an aspect to her that's like a pleaser, and you just don't want to like run your battery totally dry and do things like that are compromising your integrity, or you can't say yes to everything. Sometimes saying no to everything except the one thing that you care about is like a stronger message. You just don't want to be like a doormat. Like you came here strong to be like something very cool, and it's like you can't be everything at once. You can just be your best version of you, and that's a contribution enough. So it goes for everyone. Like, what do you do? Get it. He ate a grape, and then he was making like I can't breathe, but he's fine. Okay. Chihuahua watch. Okay, so Cher. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like there's some demanding people in her close circle who maybe need to not use her as like the problem solver. Okay. Because like in the end, we get more benefit, like if people are happy and secure on their own energy. Just one second. Okay, this guy. What do I a cage? Is you're anti-broadcasting? No. What do you want? This. Okay. Next time I'll put him in the cage. I just when I don't, I have to make like a Caesar's Palace like buffet for him just to have quiet. All right, sure. I mean, I just feel like there's a lot of people who've like implicated themselves in her life in a way that it's like hard to extract them at this point, where they feel like a sense of ownership over her time and her energy and stuff, which isn't really nice, but it seems like how things are right now. So she just has to be like away. Like, so that's why it'd be cool if she had like access to a place like in the Caribbean where it's like I can't be reached. And then that would train these people who are like dependent on her to like find other sources of help, or how, whether you want to describe that. Like, um, whether it's like people leeching off of her, or like, people are just used to her always being around and helpful. So yeah, it's like she needs to schedule a quarter of the year's worth of time to like just be unavailable, and somewhere she loves it, where she feels like regenerated and stuff. Yeah, and not being available for these like cycles of events. Like, let's say she does been doing something annually, it's like, well, maybe she's not doing that this year, and that's not a crime, because we care about her and want her to be doing what she wants to be doing right now. Like, maybe that doesn't mean she has to show up at every party, or kind of. She's a very serious side, I feel like intellectual, and this is a part of her that she might want to really get into more, like the sort of bookworm librarian Cher, and this is where she would like start writing these books. Like, maybe she could write these books in the Caribbean or something. And she shouldn't get like help from like award-winning writers. Like, screw that. Like she knows what she's doing. Like, make something out from directly from her inspiration. I feel like there's some, I mean, she probably eats really healthy, but nonetheless, I'm picking up something about food and like choices and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know if she like finds certain foods comforting, but like maybe at this point, given her age, I know for me, I've had to like totally like not eat the same way. And anyway, so I feel like it's really important for her to have more fruits and vegetables for sure. Like soups, like lighter, easier to digest stuff. And I was like looking online about like diet stuff for me, and I looked at Ayurvedic recommendations and stuff, and it was like I'm supposed to have like warm things and soup and like it wouldn't have occurred to me to like cut out cold salads and like whatever. So stuff like that, like where you have to really fine tune your diet. Like, I feel like she needs to fine tune. Dr. Disco needs to fine tune his barking. Okay. I'll try to wrap it up because he's so active right now. There it is. Yeah. You want another cookie? Alright. So just finish up the Cher reading. And like for the people who are like, oh, not another teen vampire movie or whatever, like because she's could do it like from her own imagination and not pressure from the industry, or oh, this was successful, like who cares, like she's gonna like smash the wheel and reinvent it, so it's gonna be relevant. Yeah, and just all the people who wanna, like, pressure her to, like, amplify whatever event they're cooking up, like, just, like, discover new talent and be groundbreaking, like, you don't need to always insist the same person comes up to, like, make your event great, like, she has other talents, and, maybe one that either has been tapped or, like, hasn't been tapped yet is, writing books and producing movies or TV shows based on those. Okay, I don't know if she's into, like, preserving nature or, like, even on a small scale, like, even preserving, like, 50 square feet of untouched nature, you notice it, like, I know when I drive to the country, sometimes I'll be like, "Oh, no, that, like, swamp by the side of the road is a parking lot now," like, and it's like, how much life could have been in that little swamp on the side of the road, like, teeming with life, like, so it's that kind of thing where I feel like if, let's say, she bought some property in the Caribbean, I don't know why I'm picking that up so much, but, she could have a nature preserve a portion of that is, in perpetuity, so no one can mess with it. I really hear, like, her voice talking, and it feels like she's, like, a captain, like, I don't know, this is really weird. I'm not gonna try to be too judgy about what I'm picking up. Okay. Does she have any connection with, like, the Navy or like, what? I don't know what anyway, it's like she's lecturing or, like, how, like, sometimes performers, like, visit, like, the military as entertainment or it kinda feels more like that same context, but, like, lecturing. So maybe she has, like, a perspective on, uh, how people should act or, like, or, thoughts on war or military or something like that. Um, maybe she's just very passionate about what's going on in the world right now in terms of war. Like, because when I pick up, like, when I feel like the essence of what she's saying, it's more just like calling out someone rather than like, here's my plan. Um, like her communication style might be like, oh, this is what I think, like it's not like she spends 20 years researching and says nothing and then it's like, here's my master plan. Like she's like used to some back and forth, like in the moment, like passionate type of speech. Okay, got one more cracker. Yeah, maybe because she's really into dialogue. That's why she'd be really good at storytelling. Um, okay, I'm just gonna try to wrap it up because my it's gonna take about 3 to 5 minutes for my dog to bark again. Um, Cher, okay. Yeah. So it's kind of like elegant. It's like elegantly folding her cool costumes and projects and like sort of boxing them with, with like Smithsonian style care and just going, okay, like that's that chapter. And thinking about her legacy and like some other unfinished projects she'd like to do that like have this like continual sort of passive income stuff and like thinking about places she'd like to preserve um environmentally, like what's her parting message and like working on that. And part of that is like these books about like life and challenges and dealing with people's darkness and navigating that, and like through these cool books and TV shows and movies she'll make. Okay, why are you texting me? Hang on. And then yeah, and so I'm just sort of picturing this like pathway of communication that feels like a road moving forward, and there's not a lot of like excessive going out and about and dressing up and all that stuff. It's more just like I want to do this now, and for the period of time it takes her to write it and stuff, she's not going to be like available as much. So people be like, oh, this is too mysterious, I can't wait, or you know where is she, kind of thing. But it's just like, just let her be her and let her create the stuff if this is what she wants to do. And you'll get the rewards of it like at the latest like 5 years from now, because it takes time to like write something, you know pitch it to a big network or whatever, find the people to act in it, film it, like blah blah blah, like whatever, publicity cycles and all that jazz. So um I feel like that's sort of like the recommendation for what she can do if she wants to have like more peace in her life and like more money to be comfortable and just kind of like have the days she wants to have without people telling her like do this, do that, call this person or whatever. Essentially like creating her retirement. And the people who are used to kind of like getting income off of her, like, should just develop their own skills and like do something else. Like, don't pressure her. Um, just gonna see if there's anything else. I'm feeling like the presence of like Sonny Bono a bit, but I feel like he has an argumentative side. I feel like even in spirit a little bit. So what's that all about? I feel like he wants more attention on his legacy, but he already has like a airport named after him. I don't know what does he want over here. Um, I don't know if he was trying to like be the more famous of the two in the couple, and that was like it was like an issue for him. Like I'm just feeling like it's weird because he's passed over, and it's like, why are you still talking about that? Just feel like energetically, like his energy needs to like back off so she can have this like a little more peace. It's interesting why you would come off like that. I don't know. I just get like he wants more attention, but it's like he's not with us. I guess if someone wanted to make like you know how they made the Elvis movie? Like if someone wanted to make his day, they could make like a Sonny Bono like biopic. I'm sure there'd be lots of actors who would love to play that role. Anyhow, I'm gonna end it there because my dog's being like loud. Okay. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. And I'll talk to you soon. If you have an idea for a celebrity reading, you can email me. If you like, share, and subscribe, that'd be great. I'd like to get to 1,001 subscribers, because then I can get like advertising revenue for to make more and better quality videos and stuff. Go on some kind of YouTube adventure with you guys. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.